chocolate in our recipes, the first thing we have to do is melt it. Seems simple, and it actually is, but there's 4 things that you need to keep in mind when you're melting your chocolate. Number 1, start with uniform sized chunks, as we mentioned earlier, about the size of almonds. Number 2, if you're using the double boiler method, make sure that you keep the chocolate away from the water. Even 1 or 2 drops of water in your chocolate will seize it and make it unusable. Number 3, if you're using the microwave, start with small bursts of time, 30 seconds, 45 seconds tops. Put it in, take it out, stir it, see how it's going. It's always easy to put it back in and keep reheating, but once it's too hot or starts to burn, there's no reversal. If your chocolate begins to burn, it's done. And then number 4, stir often. Get a nice spatula, have it ready, melt your chocolate, take it out, give it a stir, and you might be really surprised that some of those chunks you think are not melted actually are. So now let's microwave our 2-pound batch of chocolate, melting it perfectly for our recipe. I'm going to use this microwave safe plastic bowl. The reason I use this, I bought it at a restaurant supply store, but you can also find it at a gourmet food store or a gourmet kitchen store. It is non-heat conductive, which is really, really important. You don't want your vessel to heat up and keep cooking the chocolate when you're finished using it in the microwave. This bowl I could have in the microwave for 4 or 5 minutes, and the handles will stay cool, the top will stay cool. The only thing that will heat up is the chocolate inside. So I'm going to take my already chunked chocolate. We're going to measure 2 pounds. So I'll put this on my scale. We'll zero it out. Put our delicious chocolate in the bowl. 2 pounds. Here we go. Okay, it's been 1 minute, so let's just see what our chocolate looks like. Now remember, we used 2 pounds of chocolate, 1 minute in my microwave, and I'm going to stir this around. It's almost completely melted. That actually says 2 things. Number 1, I have a hot microwave, and number 2, this is incredibly rich, high cocoa butter content chocolate. And number 3, it's very hot in my kitchen. So the chocolate started out warm, not hot, obviously, and not cold, but it is just about melted. So I'm going to put this back in the microwave for just 30 seconds more. Now, quick little note about dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is the most forgiving chocolate of all. It has a very high butter content, lots of cocoa powder, can withstand extreme variations in heat a lot better than milk chocolate and white chocolate. Milk chocolate is so-so. It can burn before you realize it. So again, a little less sensitive, a little more sensitive than dark chocolate, but it's okay. White chocolate is unforgiving. When you're melting white chocolate, just go as slow as you possibly can, because it can seize up, it can dry up and burn just like that. So I'm going to put this in again for 30 seconds, and our chocolate will basically be melted. There you go. I don't even have to stir this to know that the chocolate is completely melted. It is fabulous. Now, once again, I've just melted 2 pounds of dark chocolate for only 1 minute and 30 seconds in my microwave. Any more and I could risk it beginning to burn a little bit, change in flavor, change in texture. So let's just do a quick temperature read. We're about 102 degrees, 104, 105, 107. So we've basically stopped at 107 degrees. That's pretty hot, but it's not impossible. And we can just let this set, ready for our next process, which will either be tempering or including this with cream and other delicious ingredients for our ganache. The Gourmet Candy Maker would like to give you a gift, a complete video series on the most frequently asked questions about gourmet candy making. Go to www.gourmetcandymaker.com and download your series absolutely free.